Hi, good morning to all. This is Srikanth Reddy P. Lecture in Electronics and Communication Engineering Department. Working at Government Polytechnic, Jogupet. Today we will discuss the subject name is Microwave Communication and Television. Subject code is EC405. In this subject, today we discuss the topics or contents, draw and explain the black diagram of CW radar, continuous wave radar, list the limitations of CW radar, draw and explain the black diagram of moving target indicator radar, MTI radar, and explain the principle of instrument landing system, ILS. First topic, draw and explain the black diagram of CW or continuous wave radar. CW transmitter produce the continuous wave with frequency of Ft. This signal is radiated towards the target by using transmitting antenna. The transmitted signal Ft and IF oscillator frequency Fi are mixed up in the transmitter mixer to produce some frequency Ft plus Fi. That means here CW radar, continuous wave radar, mainly works on the principle of Doppler frequency or Doppler effect. Here Doppler effect means here transmitted signal frequency and received signal frequency is not same frequency or not same time, it is not reached. So transmitted frequency Ft is not equal to Fr, then the frequency is called, or the change in frequency is called as Doppler frequency. This Doppler frequency used to measure the velocity of the target or moving target velocity. In this CW diagram shows here CW transmitter and oscillator is transmitter mixer, receiver mixer, IF amplifier, detector, Doppler amplifier, frequency counter and indicators are there. Here first one is transmitter section, next antenna section, then receiver section. So here two separate antennas are used for transmitter as well as receiver. Two separate antennas are used. So here duplexer is not needed. First CW transmitter. This CW transmitter is used to produce the continuous time or frequency signals. Here the continuous time signals are transmitted to the antenna, transmitting antenna. This transmitting antenna is used to radiate the frequency towards the target. Here the antenna is used to convert electrical or CW modulated signals into electromagnetic signals which are very high frequency, approximately above 1 GHz. And another CW transmitter input is connected to the transmitter mixer. Here transmitter mixer contains two inputs. One is from CW transmitter, another one is oscillator. Here oscillator is also used to generating very high frequency, that is called as Fi. So the transmitted mixture output is Fi plus Ft. So your transmitter mixer is used to combine the CW transmitter frequency plus oscillator frequency Fi. So transmitter mixer output is Ft plus Fi. This transmitter mixer is output is given to the receiver mixer input. Here the diagram shows the received echo signal Ft plus Fd and the transmitter mixer output Ft plus Fi are mixed up to the receiver mixer to produce the Fi plus Fd. That is Fi plus Ft minus of Ft plus Fd. So Ft cancel, Fi plus Ft is the output of the receiver mixer. Here the transmitter antenna radiates the signals towards the aircraft or towards the target Ft. Then the target is reflected these electromagnetic signals. These electromagnetic signals are reflected by the target is called as echo signal or reflected signals. These reflected signals are frequency is Ft plus or minus Fd. Here because plus or minus Fd means it is a Doppler frequency. That means here aircraft is or target is moving target, then Ft is not equal to the Fr, or Fr means a receiver transmitter frequency. So Ft is not equal to Fr. So some change is there because the target is moving target. So the change is called as Fd. It is be positive for plus or minus depending on the direction of the target. If the target is moving towards the antenna, receiver antenna, then Fr equal Ft minus Fd. If target is moving away from the antenna, then the target the receiver frequency is Ft minus Fd. So here we indicated as receiver antenna frequency is Ft plus or minus Fd. So here the received antenna frequency is Ft plus or minus Fd. This Ft plus or minus Fd is given to the receiver mixer one another input. So receiver has two inputs are there, receiver mixer. One is Ft plus Fi, another one is Ft plus or minus Fd. So receiver mixer is used to combine these two frequencies. So Ft plus Fi and Ft plus or minus Ft, these two signals are used to combined or subtracted by the receiver mixer. So here receiver mixer is subtracting the Ft plus Fi minus of Ft plus or minus Fd. So the output is Fi plus or minus Fd, Tt cancel. Here the receiver mixer output is amplified by the IF amplifier. So here receiver mixer output is given to the IF amplifier. Here receiver mixer output is changing frequency for desired. So the changing frequency or intermediate frequency is called as IF frequency. This IF frequency is given to the IF amplifier by using to amplify the signals. The IF amplifier output is given to the demodulator in detector to produce the Doppler frequency. So the IF amplifier output is given to the detector or demodulator. So here the demodulator or detector is used to demodulate the signal and given to the input signal which is Fd, that is Doppler frequency. As detector, one of the input is IF amplifier input output Fi plus Fd, and detector another input is oscillator Fi. Here Fi plus or minus Fd minus Fi. So Fi cancel, detector output is only Fd. This Fd value is transmitted to the Doppler amplifier. So it eliminates the echoes from the stationary targets and to amplify the Doppler echo signals by Doppler amplifier. So Doppler amplifier eliminating the stationary targets echoes. That means this CW radar is used to find only moving target velocity only, not stationary targets. So the stationary targets values are echoes are eliminated by the detector, and these signals is given by the Doppler amplifier, which is amplifying the FD signals. The amplified Doppler frequency is displayed as the velocity of the target kilometer per hour or miles per hour in display or frequency counter and indicator. So a frequency counter or indicator output is kilometer per hour or miles per hour, which is display on the frequency counter or indicator. Frequency counter means which counts the number of clock pulses, indicator which shows the results of moving target indicator velocity. Applications of CW radar. It is used to measure the speed of automobiles, guided missiles, cricket and tennis balls. So the CW radar is used to measure the velocity of the target. That means automobile speed or cricket ball or tennis ball speed or guided missile speed are used to measure by CW radar, and it is used to measure the speed of the aircraft. So CW radar mainly used to find the velocity of the aircraft speed, how much speed contains the aircraft. It is used to measure by the CW radar, and it is used in police radars. So the police radars for tracking purpose, these CW radar are used. It is used to determine whether the target is approaching or moving away. So the CW radar is used to find if the target is moving or away from the pointing position, because if the target is moving towards the radar system, then the system is coming inside the target, so speed is less. Or if the moving target is speed is more, if the moving target is moving away from that place, it is shows the frequency or speed is less. So in this way the target direction is used to find, or then the target is approaching, which direction it is moving, inwards direction or outward direction, okay, nearer to the radar system or outside away from the radar system, by used to find by the CW radar. These are the applications of CW radar. List the limitations of CW radar. Here limitations: it does not give any information about range. So CW radar main disadvantage is it does not measure the range or distance of the target, because it is only measure the velocity of the target only. If the target is stationary target, fixed target, then the target distance is not measured by the CW radar. So it is only measure the moving target velocity. So stationary targets are target to radar system range is or distance is not used to find by the CW radar system. If there is large number of targets, it does not give accurate results. So if more number of targets or the target is more number, then the result is not a accurate value. So one number of target it is used to measure, but more number of targets the CW radars does not shows the accurate results. So some value is changed. So these are the limitations of CW radar. Next topic is draw and explain the black diagram of moving target indicator or MTI radar. The moving target indicator is also used the principle of Doppler frequency. So, or Doppler effect. Doppler effect means if the target is moving target, then the transmitter frequency is not equal to the receiver frequency. That means change of frequency is called as Doppler frequency, okay, by the antenna. Here the MTI radar mainly works on the principle of Doppler principle. The basic principle of MTI radar is to compare a set or received echoes with previous received echoes and cancelling out the stationary or permanent echoes whose phase remain unchanged. But moving target will give change of phase, that's why these are not cancelled. So moving target indicator mainly used to find the stationary targets as well as velocity of the moving target velocity. Stationary targets means distance, range also find, and also find the velocity of the targets, because here we taken as two signals. One is direct signal which receives the two echo signals and reflected signals. One is reflected signal and the present reflected signal and previous reflected signal. These two are compared, then the output is cancel or phases, then stationary constants whose are not change the phase are cancelled. So in this way the velocity of the target and the target range is measured by the MTI radar. The clutters due to the stationary or permanent targets, the clutters due to stationary or permanent targets, both man-made or buildings, and natural mountains are removed from the display and easier to detect the moving targets. Here MTI radar mainly is also used to remove the clutters, that means unwanted, that is permanent targets like mountains or buildings. These are all removed by the MTI radar. So clutters are removed in MTI radar. MTI radar means moving target indicator radar. It is mainly used for detecting the moving targets. That's why it is called as moving target indicator. So the target name, the radar name implies moving target indicator. That means it is used to find the moving target indicator value. So detecting the moving targets. That's why it is called as moving target indicator. MTI radar uses Doppler effect for its operation. Already said na. MTI radar is mainly work on the principle of Doppler effect. It eliminates the clutters due to the stationary objects and identify the moving targets. So this MTI radar mainly used to remove the stationary targets of clutters, unwanted things, and identify the moving targets velocity or moving targets. It is a diagram of MTI radar. Here the diagram shows the MTI. In this we have basically two oscillators are there, Stallo and Coho. Stallo means stable local oscillator, Coho means coherent oscillator. These two oscillators are used to generating very high frequencies with different frequency ranges. So stable local oscillator is used to generate a frequency of f0. Coherent oscillator is used to generate a frequency of fc. Then these two oscillator outputs is connected to the mixer 1 or mixed circuit, and the output of mixer 1 or mixed output is combination of these two oscillators value, that is f0 plus fc. So the output of mixer 1 are mixed. circuit output is F0 plus Fc. The mixer output is given to the cluster amplifier. So the cluster amplifier used to amplify for high power, providing a high power pulse by using multi-cavity cluster amplifier. So this transmitter pulse is then radiated into space by using the duplexer. So cluster amplifier is used to amplifying the mixer output. So the value of frequency is same, but the strength is increases. So this cluster amplifier output is given to duplexer through antenna. So the echo pulses from the target due to the transmitted pulse is received by the MTI radar antenna. If the echo is due to the moving target, the echo pulse undergoes a Doppler shift. That means the duplexer is used to the cluster amplifier output is given to duplexer through antenna. Here the antenna is used to generating the frequency of F0 plus Fc. This is transmitter signal frequency, radiated frequency of, and the signals are reached to the target, and the target, whenever the signal reaches the target, the signals are reflected. These signals are reflected signals are called echo signals. These are frequency is F0 plus Fc plus or minus Ft. Here plus or minus Ft is the Doppler frequency. That means the target is a moving target. That means the target is a moving target. If the target is moving inside the antenna, towards the antenna, it is F0 plus Fc plus Fd. If the target is moving away from the antenna, F0 plus Fc minus Fd. So we taken as plus or minus Fd for target is moving target. So the received signals are received by the receiving antenna through duplexer to mixer or receiver section. Here duplexer is a automatic switch for single antenna, can be used as transmitting antenna as well as receiving antenna. So duplexer is a automatic switch. So the received signals or echo signals are received through duplexer to given mixer 2 or mixer. Here in this diagram it shows mixer. So the received echo signal F0 plus Fc plus or minus Fd or plus Fd and shallow output F0 are then passed through the mixer 2 to produce the difference frequency Fc plus or minus Fd. It's output. That means if mixer, one of the input is echo signal frequency F0 plus or minus Fc, F0 plus Fc plus or minus Fd. Another input of mixer or mixer 2 is one of the input of shallow, output of shallow. So this F0 minus F0, these two signals from one from the shallow oscillator and from the received echo signals, these two are given to mixer 2. Here mixer 2 used for subtracting purpose. Whenever starting position mixed or mixer 1 used combination or adding purpose, mixer 2 used for subtracting purpose. So the F0 is subtracted from that echo signal. So the mixer output is Fc plus or minus Fd. Mixer output is Fc plus or minus Fd. So the mixer is used, the mixer output is change in frequency. So the level of frequency change, so it is called as intermediate frequency. Low level compared to high level to low level, so it is a intermediate frequency. So the intermediate frequency output, the intermediate signal frequency output is given to IF amplifier. So here IF signal frequency, intermediate frequency is Fc plus or minus, these are amplified by the IF amplifier Fc plus or minus Fd. So the IF amplifier output is amplifier of Fc plus Fd, which is used to increasing the signal strength. Here Here the two mixers 1 and mixer 2 are identical in all aspects except that mixer 2 produce the difference frequency where mixer 1 produce the sum frequency. So we will discuss in previous step. So mixer 1 mixer 2, these are two same, but mixer 1 is used for adding purpose and mixer 2 used for subtracting purpose of difference of frequencies. So the IF amplifier output is given to the difference frequency of and the FC plus FND is given to the IF amplifier output is given to the phase detector. Here phase detector is used to demodulate the signals, and phase detector one of the input is FC plus or minus FD, another input is the output of coherent oscillator, that is FC. So the two signals are given to the phase detectors FC comma FC plus or minus FD. So the phase detector is used to demodulate the signal, then FC cancel, okay, plus or minus FD is exist. So the detect compares the IF signal with the reference signal from coho. The frequency produced by the coho is same as the IF frequency, hence called coherent frequency. The detector provides an output depending on the phase difference between these two signals. So these two signals are phase difference FC and FC plus or minus F. So FC cancel, then phase detector output is FD. So these two signals are given, the output of phase detector is gives to the output of both fixed and moving targets. The Doppler shift causes this variation in the phase differences. So the phase detector is the output of both fixed and moving targets. The Doppler shift causes this variation in phase differences. The detector output goes to the delay line and also amplifier 1, and the delay output is amplified by the amplifier 2 at the same time. The undelayed output of the detector is amplified by the amplifier 1. So here the phase detector output is given to subtractor circuit by the amplifier 1 and some delay to amplifier 2 to the subtractor. So in this way the signal is direct signal and present signal and previous signal, and where is subtractor and delay. The amplifier 1 amplifier outputs are given to subtracting circuit. In this the echoes are constant phase due to the stationary targets are cancelled out, but the echoes of changing phase due to moving targets are also cancelled. In subtractor output comparison, these two amplifier outputs and cancel the stationary or clutters are cancelled by the subtractor. Then the output of the subtractor is given to the moving target echo, that is display. The display shows the result of moving target echoes. So this is the operation of MTI reader, moving target reader. Here the two outputs, one is the present received echo signal and previous received echo signal. So present receiver signal received echo signal is amplifier 1 to subtractor. Our previous received echo signal is some delay is there, delay circuit output is given to amplifier to subtractor. Then here two stationary targets and moving clutters and stationary targets are there. Here the comparison of two signals, previous signals and present signals, that moving target signals are shows the result output, and clutters due to the stationary targets or buildings or mountains are cancelled. So the output of the subtractor output is indicate the moving target velocity of the radar system. So in this way here the MTI radar shows the moving target results. next topic is explain the principle of instrument landing system. Explain the principle of instrument landing system. Here, instrument landing system is mainly used, it is also called as aircraft landing system, ALS. So, if the flight is landing or take up away, in this way, the pilot to communication control to the air traffic signal at the aircraft station. So here it is used to communicate by the pilot to the stationer. Instrument landing system is used for the safe landing of the aircraft under poor visible conditions like rain, fog, snow and night times with greater accuracy and reliability. So this instrument landing system used for safe landing of aircraft for abnormal conditions or for under poor visible conditions like rainy time or rainy season or fog, snow, night times. So which are for great accuracy and reliability, which is used to find the greater accuracy and reliability. The pilot must have the knowledge of safe landing of aircraft at correct position on the runway. By using instrument landing system, the pilot is used to knowledge about the safe landing to the aircraft in correct position on runway. The ILS consists mainly three parts. One is localizer, second one is glide path equipment or glide scope, third one is marker beacons. Here the diagram shows the instrument landings ILS. Here we have three main parts. One is marker beams or marker beacons, one is localizer, one is guide scope or glide GLID or guide scope equipment. These three are the main parts of the instrument landing systems. First one is localizer. It provides the horizontal guidance to the pilot about the position of aircraft, whether it is flying to the right or left or center of the runway. This information is displayed on the display of the pilot. So localizer is used to guide to the pilot to position of the aircraft where horizontal pointing, so flying the right or left, so the flight is take away position, in which direction it can be left, from flying left side or flying right side above the runway. So these three information is given to the pilot by the showing the result on display. So it is located at 300 meters from the end of the runway, operated at 108 to 11 Hz. So this localizer is located 300 meters from the runway. So it generates two types of signals. One is 108 Hz, it operates 108 to 112 Hz. It has antennas are providing carrier modulated by 90 Hz and 150. And this localizer generating two types of signals. One is 90 Hz signal and another one is 150 signal. When the aircraft moves right side of the runway, 150 Hz signal is stronger. When the aircraft moves left side of the runway, 90 signal Hz are stronger. When the aircraft moves along the center of the runway, two signals cancel each other and zero position indicates on the display. So here the localizer generating two types of signals horizontally, 90 Hz and 150 Hz. If 150 signal Hs signal is stronger, then the flight or the aircraft moves right side of the target runway. If the uh, if the antenna localizer generating 90 Hz signal is stronger, then the flight or aircraft moves left side of the runway. If two signals are given at a time, that means 90 Hz and 150 Hz, then the signals two are cancelled and that shows the medium range. So when in that situation the flight moves along the runway. So in this way it is used to take up the flight take up the position. Here the diagram shows if the localizer is generating two signals 90 Hz and 150 signals. If 150 Hz signal is stronger, that means upper one, then the flight is above the runway. If the 150 is stronger, above the right side of the, if 90 Hz signal is stronger, then flight is take off left side of the runway. If two signals are stronger, these two signals are cancelled above the runway, the flight is moving away. In this way communication is given to the pilot to air traffic controller. And second one is glide path equipment or guide scope. It provides vertical guidance to the aircraft when landing. So in this localizer given to horizontal guidance to the pilot. Here guide path scope is given to the vertical guidance to aircraft for landing. Here localizer indicate the flying take-up position and guide path equal to the flight landing position indicates. It located at one side of the runway and is operated 330 MHz. So the guide scope equivalent or guide scope equipment is located beside one side of the runway and it is operated 330 MHz. Guide scope antenna is also contained two antennas provided two different carrier modulators, same as 90 Hz and 150 Hz signals, same as the localizer. So it has two signals generated, 90 Hz signals and 150 Hz signals. When the aircraft is flying above the glide path, the 90 Hz signal is stronger. When aircraft moving in flight below the glide path, 150 signal is stronger. And when aircraft moves flying along the glide path, two signal cancel each other and zero position indicator when display where indicates on the display. So similarly localizer way, here guide scope equivalent contains generating two signals, one is 90 Hz and another one is 150 Hz. If 90 Hz signal is stronger, then the aircraft or flight moving above the glide path. If 150 Hz signal is stronger, then the flight is moving left side. If both signals are stronger, then the two signals are cancelled and the position indicator 0, then the flight is landing along the runway. Here the diagram shows. Here GS is glide scope equivalent antenna area which radiating two signals. Here two signals 90 Hz and 150 Hz. If 90 signal is stronger, then flight is landing left side of the runway. If 150 signal is stronger, the flight landing right side of the runway. If two signal is stronger, these two are cancelled, then flight is landing along the runway. In this way, the communication is from pilot to air traffic controller. Next one is marker beacons. The marker beacons or marker beams are used to altitude checking and provide the distance between the aircraft and runway touchdown point. The information present by audio and visual methods. So here marker beams or marker beacons are used to checking the height or altitude of the aircraft to runway touching point. This information given by the visually or audio by the pilot. Marker beacons produce fan-shaped beams at right angles to the localizer. So it's generating fan-shaped beams. This instrument landing system is very useful to pilot for safe landing of aircraft. So ఈ ఐఎల్ఎస్ అనేది ఎందుకు దిస్ ఈజ్ యూజ్డ్ ఫర్ సేఫ్ ల్యాండింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్లైట్. Here the diagram shows marker beams are used for checking the height. These marker beams are arranged after the runway from 200 feet, 400 feet or 4.5 miles each one. So these are used to check the height or altitude of the flight. So in this way these are arranged in different positions of runway. So this is the instrument landing system explained and the diagram. Here we shows localizer, guide scope equivalent, runway, aircraft and marker beams or marker beacons. These are arranged in different distance for finding altitudes. Here localizer used to measure the flight takeoff position and guide scope is used to flight landing position, and marker beams are used to checking the height of the aircraft when the flight is touches to the runway point. We indicate the height, which height it is there, so slowly it can be down towards the runway point. In this way the communication is possible. So today discuss the topics are draw and explain the black diagram of CW radar, limitations of CW radar, draw and explain the black diagram of MTI radar, moving target indicator, and explain the principle of instrument landing system. These topics are discussed. This is the CW radar diagram. This one is MTI radar, moving target indicator diagram. This is moving target indicator subtractor output. This is the instrument landing system, ILS, or aircraft landing system, ALS diagram. The flight take-up position indicated by the localizer. The flight landing position indicated by the guide path equipment. Marker beacons are used to find the height. So thank you to all.